Have you ever felt trapped by negativity, your thoughts spiraling into worry, anger, or self-doubt? It's like being caught in a storm with no shelter in sight. But what if I told you there's a way to calm that storm, to cultivate a positive mindset that stays steady even in the roughest of times? In this story, we'll explore an ancient Buddhist tale that unveils 4 transformative teachings for developing a positive mind. These lessons aren't just spiritual, they're practical tools you can use every day. By the end, you'll not only understand these teachings, but feel inspired to make them a part of your life. Long ago, in the vibrant city of Varanasi, there lived a merchant named Danesh. He was known for his sharp mind and unmatched ambition, but those close to him saw a different side, a man consumed by worry and negativity. Danesh's mind was like a chattering monkey, endlessly jumping from one fear to another. What if my ships sink? What if my competitors outsmart me? What if I lose everything? Though wealthy, he felt poor in spirit, unable to enjoy the life he had built. One day, as Danesh walked through the market, he overheard a monk teaching a small group under a banyan tree. The monk's voice was calm yet powerful. "The mind," he said, "is like a garden. If you plant seeds of doubt and fear, they will grow into a tangled jungle. But if you plant seeds of joy and kindness, you will cultivate a flourishing paradise." Something about these words struck Danesh deeply. He approached the monk and bowed. "Master, I am that tangled jungle you speak of. Can you teach me to cultivate my mind into a garden of peace and positivity?" The monk, named Sangha, nodded. "The path is simple but not easy. If you are willing to learn, I will teach you 4 key lessons. Lesson 1. Awareness is the first step. Sangha handed Danesh a small bowl filled with water and a single leaf. "Take this and walk to the edge of the market without spilling a single drop of water," he instructed. Danesh, perplexed but obedient, began his task. The crowded market buzzed with distractions, vendors shouting, children laughing, carts rattling, but he focused intently on the bowl. When he returned, not a drop had been spilled. "Good," Sangha said. "Now tell me, what did you see in the market?" Danesh frowned. "Nothing. I was so focused on the water that I noticed nothing else." "And so it is with your mind," Sangha explained. "You are so focused on your fears that you miss the beauty and opportunities around you. Awareness is the first step. Observe your thoughts without judgment, and you will begin to see the patterns that bind you." From that day, Danesh began to practice mindfulness. He noticed how often his mind drifted to worst-case scenarios and learned to gently bring his focus back to the present moment. Slowly, he felt a shift, a small ray of light breaking through the clouds of his mind. Lesson 2. The power of right speech. One morning, Sangha invited Danesh to sit with him at the market. Together, they observed a fishmonger loudly berating his apprentice. The apprentice's face flushed with shame, and the fishmonger's anger seemed to grow like a fire feeding on itself. "Do you see what is happening?" Sangha asked. "The fishmonger is upset," Danesh replied. "True, but more than that," Sangha said. "His words are like arrows. They harm not only the apprentice but himself as well. Negative words strengthen a negative mind. Positive words, on the other hand, are like cool water, soothing the flames of anger and fear." That day, Danesh resolved to practice right speech, one of the Noble Eightfold Path's teachings. He became mindful of his words, replacing complaints with gratitude and criticism with encouragement. He noticed how this simple change began to transform his relationships, creating harmony where there had once been tension. Lesson 3. Gratitude is the antidote to negativity. One evening, Sangha gave Danesh a task. "Before you sleep, write down 3 things you are grateful for. Do this every night for 1 month." At first, Danesh struggled. His mind resisted, clinging to its usual worries, but he persisted. On the first night, he wrote, "The warmth of the sun on my skin, a good meal shared with my family, the sound of the river outside my window." As the days passed, something remarkable happened. Danesh's list grew longer and more detailed. He began to notice beauty and kindness in places he had previously overlooked. A child's laughter, the vibrant colors of the market, the unwavering loyalty of his dog. "Gratitude is like a lamp," Sangha told him. "It shines light into the darkest corners of your mind, revealing the abundance that was always there." Lesson 4. Let go of what you cannot control. One day, Danesh came to Sangha in distress. A storm had sunk one of his ships, costing him a fortune. I have lost everything, he lamented. How can I remain positive when life is so unpredictable? Sangha took Danesh to a riverbank. He picked up a stick and drew a circle in the sand. This circle represents what you can control, he said. Then he drew a much larger circle around it. And this is what you cannot control. Where is your energy better spent? Danesh stared at the circles, realization dawning. I have been exhausting myself trying to control the uncontrollable. Exactly, Sangha said. Let go of what you cannot change. Focus instead on your actions and your mindset. This is where your power lies. From that moment, Danesh began to release his attachment to outcomes. He focused on doing his best in every situation, trusting the rest to the natural flow of life. This shift brought him a sense of freedom and calm he had never known. The merchant's transformation. Months passed, and Danesh's life transformed. He was no longer the anxious, negative man he once was. His business flourished, but more importantly, so did his heart. He became a source of inspiration to others, sharing Sangha's teachings and spreading positivity wherever he went. One day, Danesh returned to the banyan tree where it had all begun. Bowing deeply, he said, Master, you have given me a gift beyond measure. My mind is no longer a stormy sea, but a calm, clear lake. Thank you. Sangha smiled. The seeds were always within you, Danesh. I merely showed you how to water them. The 4 key Buddhist teachings for a positive mindset. Practice awareness. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Awareness is the first step to breaking free from negative patterns. Use right speech. Speak words of kindness and encouragement. Positive language creates a positive mind. Cultivate gratitude. Focus on what you have, not what you lack. Gratitude reveals the abundance already in your life. Let go of control. Accept what you cannot change. Shift your energy to what you can control, your actions and attitude. Practical steps to apply these teachings. Daily mindfulness practice. Spend 10 minutes each day observing your thoughts and gently bringing your focus back to the present. Gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each night. Watch how your perspective shifts over time. Pause before speaking. Before responding in anger or frustration, pause and ask yourself, will these words create peace or discord? Focus on the circle you can control. When faced with challenges, list what is within your power to change and release the rest. The secret to a positive mindset isn't in avoiding life's storms, but in learning to cultivate inner calm. Like Danesh, you too can transform your mind from a tangled jungle into a flourishing garden. The teachings of awareness, right speech, gratitude, and letting go are your tools. Begin planting the seeds today and watch as your life blossoms into one of peace, joy, and unshakable positivity. What part of this story spoke to you most? Share your reflections below. Let's grow this garden of positivity together. First we thought